Hello everyone, hope you guys are doing well. And today we'll learn about how incremental pipeline works. So I will just quickly give one recap what we have learned in the last section. So we have learned in the last section for um, get metadata activity, and along with that Azure key vault. Yeah, so Azure key vault also we have faced some issue like we are not able to connect, but but if you delete the Azure keyboard from the Azure keyboard and if you create a new one, it will work for sure. And I have tried in my local machine, it worked. Okay, you guys also can uh, start doing that also. And today we'll learn about a new topic called incremental pipeline. Okay, so what is basically incremental pipeline? Okay, so what is basically incremental pipeline? Okay, suppose for say in our normal whatever we have done till now, okay, so suppose we are doing some copy activity, right? And suppose we are copying something sales or product category to our sync table. Okay, this we are storing something. Okay, so basically what we are doing, we are writing some query or some but specific table we are specifying, and we are copying whole data. Okay, and in general what we are doing, in general in the real world, there are two types of pipeline. First one is like full load, and second one is like incremental load. Okay, so basically full load, whatever we have been doing till last section, we have been doing with the full load. Okay, so basically what is happening, suppose we have one table. Okay, we have one table, and we are copying this table to our ADLS. Okay, ATLS. So basically we are, and once we copied this table to ADLS, okay. So basically the same table copied to ADLS, okay, with all the, suppose there are two rows and three columns, right? With all this information, it copied to ADLS, and in the next day also, in the next day we are trying to copy the same table to the same ADLS. Okay, so basically what will happen, the whole table whatever we have copied to ADLS, it will replace completely with the new whatever table it is here. Okay, basically it will replace the old table itself only. Okay, so basically that is called full load. Okay, the same whole table is uploading with the same result, so that's why it is called full load. So basically what is incremental load? So whenever it comes to incremental load, suppose we have one table. Okay, so we have one table today with two rows and three columns. Okay, suppose this we copy to, okay, this we copy to ATLS. Okay, and in general we have copied, and the the table got copied. Okay, and so first say this table again have some update. Okay, okay, so now it have two rows, now it got three rows. Okay, one row additional added, and you can consider one column also additional added. So this row and this column recently added. Okay, so what will happen in the Then when we copy this one to ADLS, what will happen? The same rows will be there. Okay, you don't copy, you don't copy whole the thing at first. So the old table will be there. Okay, along with that, whatever new changes, okay, whatever new changes happened here, whatever new changes happened here, it will copy that only. Okay, suppose two new rows was there, then it will just copy this single row whatever newly added, and the single column whatever is newly added. This row and this column will be added to our copy. Okay, so this is how it will work. Okay, now we'll go to next section. Okay, so that is basically incremental load. Okay, so what, one more thing. So how can I say, suppose there is a database. Okay, there is a database. Okay, and I will just tell in our ADF language. Okay, we have one SQL dataset. We have one SQL dataset, and we are copying to ADLS. Okay, suppose for say we have updated some, we have used update call command, and we have updated something. Okay, suppose by using update command we have updated 10 records. Okay, so those 10 records only will be copied to ADLS. Okay, along with the old record will be there, all the data will be there. Along with that, whenever we run our incremental pipeline, along with that it will copy the extra 10 record whatever we have just updated. Okay, that's how the incremental pipeline works. Okay, suppose why we are using incremental pipeline. Okay, suppose for say, suppose for say we have, okay, I am just uh, trying to explain how the our normal e-commerce websites work. Okay, suppose we have one OLAP, OLTP server, online transaction processing. Okay, where we are basically, this is the customer, they are using this website. Okay, and another website, another some setup a user is using. Okay, and this another website is used by another setup user. Okay, then this is going through OLTP, basically online transaction processing. Okay, and this is also going through OLTP, and this is also going through OLTP. Okay, now what will happen, and suppose there is a there are some bunch of people who is like, we can BI people. BI people is basically business intelligent people. They are trying to hit this OLTP server to get the reports. Okay, to get the reports, to get the reports, and they will mention in the BI reports. So if they will hit this one, okay, with all this data what they have, then our server will get hang or get crashed. Okay, so to avoid that, what we are doing, we are doing some, we are storing these datas in one common place. Okay, that is called data warehouse. data warehouse. Okay. Okay, so where we are storing all the common data in one place. Okay, then if the BI people want to hit this data, okay, they can get the data from data warehouse instead of hitting the OLTP server. Okay, so in this way we can optimize our query selection, and we can this BI people can hit specific query from here also, and they can get the specific data. Okay, so this is basically not related to ADF or something. This is basically related to data warehouse, how incremental pipeline works, all this thing. Okay. Okay. Now what we'll do? So suppose we have one condition. Okay. So we have one condition. Suppose at 9 a.m. we have 100 records. Then we'll copy all 100 records, all 100 records, and then at 9:30 or 10, okay, or 9:30 or 10, whatever time, or 11, we have one more. We got 110 records. Basically the total count became 110. Okay, it's not like 110 more record came. Okay, then our requirement is like, requirement, we have to copy just 10 records, whatever it's added newly. Okay, then what we can do? Okay, so basically to solve this kind of problem, to solve this problem, we have some specific methodology that is called high watermark table, sorry, high watermark file method. Okay, so along with that we have some other methods also, but this is the commonly used methodology used in the industry. Okay, and this methodology is specifically provided by the Azure team also. Okay, okay, so basically this is they are using using watermark file or watermark table also we can use. These two method we can use. Okay, both method we can use. Okay, so basically what we can do, first step is like, our first step is we will copy all the records. Okay, then what we'll do, then we'll use the copy the uh, added record recently. Okay, then what we can do, okay, now we'll get the date from the high watermark table. Basically in the high watermark file we'll specify some date. Okay, in the high watermark uh, file we'll specify some date like the older date, then we'll fetch the date from database, and last modified date will fetch. Okay, Then we will compare the last modified date to our watermark file and to our last updated date from our DB. Okay, so this is the step how we can follow. Okay, then what we do, we will take one example first. Okay, so this is the kind of example we can take, but what we can do to solve this problem, okay, we'll do one activity. Suppose I will create some step by step procedure, then we'll go to the hands-on. Okay, first we'll create a high watermark file with some older date like 1900, 1900, 01, 01, then 00, 00, 00. Okay, basically I'm just taking some random older date, just 1900 and 0000. Then what we'll do, we'll store in this file, will store in ADLS. Okay, then what we'll do, we will fetch the detail using, okay, using our activity, lookup activity. Okay, lookup activity. Okay, then what we do, we'll go to that database and we'll find the last modified date. Okay, we'll go to our SQL database and and fetch the last modified date. Okay, then okay, now this is coming to interesting part. Now we'll fetch all the records, fetch all the records where we'll need to add the condition. Okay, where modified date, modified date, this modified date we'll get from our SQL database. Basically, this should be greater than this date. Okay, this date should be greater than this date. Along with that, and the condition will be this modified date, this modified date should be less than this last modified date. That is basically step 3. Okay, this last modified date, this date will got from this our DB itself only. Okay, then we'll update the, sorry, my bad, will update the high watermark file. Okay, then we'll update the high watermark file. Okay, these all are the steps we need to follow. Okay, now we'll go to the hands-on part. Okay, so what we can do, so right now let me create one new pipeline. Okay, I will give incremental pipeline using high watermark. Okay, I'm just using shortcut. Okay, now what we'll do, so the first step is we will need to upload one file with this some older date to our ATLS. Okay, so how we can upload, so here I have created one txt file, or you can create csv file, anything. So I have just created one txt file with date mentioned 1900 0101 and 000000. Okay, this file I will upload to my ATLS. Okay, so basically I have just created this directory for the testing. Okay, here in my this container I have created one directory called high watermark file. Okay, here I will upload my file what I have created in my desktop. Okay, this file I will upload it here. Okay, now as I have uploaded this one, and if I go and if I view this thing, and I can see my file has been updated and I can see the date. Okay, now what I'll do, I will come to this one and maybe, okay, let me first look up activity, right? So now what we can do, this one like will fetch the detail from our um, high watermark file using lookup activity, right? So what we can do, so we already know to fetch the record count or all this detail we can use lookup activity, and it will return the basic of the whatever details are available in our txt file. Okay, so get data from high watermark file, correct? So I'm just using high watermark file, we'll fetch the detail, we'll get the high watermark date from the file. Okay, so basically what we need to do, first we need to create one data set. Okay, I will give this, I'm just creating one data set, guys. Okay, I'm just giving csv type, and then I will give high watermark file dataset. Oh my bad, we cannot give space or special character. Then I will select the link service, then I will select the high watermark file. I have stored inside my high watermark file, sorry, high watermark directory. This is the file, and I will select this one. Okay, now I have selected this one, and if I preview this, okay, you can see the details like prop 0. This is basically one column they are creating inside. Okay, no need to worry, we'll come to this one. We have already solved this one, I guess. Okay, output dot first dot prop 0. Okay, so that's how we are okay, so this is how we got the detail from our high watermark file. Okay, now next step, then we'll go to our sqldb, we'll fetch our last modified date. Okay, what is the meaning of this one? Okay, so what is the meaning means, suppose I will run one query. This is my database. Select from customer. Okay, so I will select everything from our customer table. So what I meant by the step is, okay, this step is, so basically I went to our database, I just ran one query, and if I see in the last, I have one column called modified date. Okay, as you can see when it got modified. Okay, so I want to get the latest modified date. As you can see 2005 2006, so I want the latest modified date means maybe 20, what is the latest modified date? Hmm. Okay, maybe we'll run one query. We have max aggregate function. Once we run that, Okay, then we'll get that. Okay. Okay, now what we'll do, again we need to fetch the latest modified date from the SQL table. So what we can do, again we'll use one more lookup activity. Basically we'll rename it as get the latest date from database. Sorry, database. Okay. So what we'll do here, we'll select, I have created some generic data set, okay, previously. So basically I've given some parameters called schema name and table name. So I will give the schema name as sales LT, then we'll just give the table name as customer. Okay, here I will just use one query. Okay, so what query I can use? So I want to get the latest modified date. So what I can do, first I will run it here. Select, okay, select max of latest modified date. Okay, I will get the maximum. Okay, I will just use this one. I will use alias. Okay, latest modified date from customer. Okay, I will run this query. Okay, I got this one. Okay, 2009, this all this thing I have got as a latest modified date. What I will do, I will just copy this one and I will just paste it here. And what we'll do, I will just remove this thing as this is not supported in our ADF. Okay, so if I run this one right now from here, if I preview the data, I will get the same result. Okay, so whatever result I got from my database query, I got the same result in my ADF also. Okay, now I will connect these two things. Okay, now I will run this one. Okay, let me run. I guess it will pass. This is basic steps only. Okay, like it will run the lookup activity for watermark file. It will just give the output and it will run the lookup activity for second one. Like it will fetch the detail from our SQL and it will return the value. Okay, let us wait for some time and it got passed. Okay, now we got this array kind of thing, correct? We got this array and we got this array. Okay, now we'll go to the next step. Okay, so next step is like we need to compare this modified date to our this watermark date and modified date to our last modified date which we got our from our database. Okay, now we'll use to do all this thing, we need to use copy data activity. Okay, and I will connect this thing. So I will rename it as copy data with condition to ADLS. Okay, in the source what we'll do, we'll select generic one. Okay, we need to write the, we need to fetch all the detail and we need to write the condition as for our this last modified date only. Okay, so what I can do, okay, I will run this query, which is important. Okay, from here we'll get all the details. Okay, so that it will be under easily understandable. Okay, so what I'll do, I will use cells lt customer query. I will use, okay, instead of query I will use add dynamic content. Okay, so what we need to use here? Okay, first of all we need to write the simple query, select star from cell. These all are case sensitive guys. Okay, so please make sure you are following this one. Customer, select star from customer. Okay, where I will write like this, where this one modified date. Okay, this modified date, oh my bad, this modified date is greater than, okay, we need to use, there is a concept called string interpolation. There is a string interpolation. Okay, basically what is mean by this one? Okay, basically we need to add all this activity inside our string. Basically the whatever changes we'll do in the future, it will fetch the latest detail. It's not like the runtime, it is like generic. Whenever there is some change happen in a inside our table, inside our watermark file, it will fetch that particular runtime value, okay, by using this string interpolation. Okay, so what we need to use here now, so first the condition is we need to compare this modified date to our watermark date. So where we'll get this one? Okay, this watermark date, as you can see, we got this in our activity output. Get data from high watermark file. Get data from high watermark file output I will use. Okay, so be careful guys, this one. Okay, I will use this at the rate. Okay, oh my bad. Sorry guys, sorry. Okay, so my bad, we need to do like this. Okay, we need to consider like inside a string we are giving curly braces. Okay, inside this we need to pass our get data from high watermark file. Okay, then I will just remove this one and I will add this one here. Okay, here what we need to do then output. So guys, let's see now, okay, I will use complete this one, then we'll go to the next one. Okay, similarly I will just copy this one and paste it here, then I will change this one. Okay, so now that condition will be, so how the condition works? Okay, so basically just consider we are giving some date range. So the last modifier should be greater than our high watermark file, and the last modified date should be less than should to our latest modified date. Okay, so less than means what we need to do here, we need to keep less than. Here we need to give the less than from this activity, from this lookup activity, get the latest date from database. We'll get the latest date. The modified date should be less than to the our data which we got from here. Okay, so this data from where we'll get. Okay, get data latest. Okay, we get the latest date from database. Okay, we'll use this one. Okay, now it won't work. Why? Let's run it. Now it will won't run. Let's, okay, my bad, I haven't selected any sync generic ADLS. I've just created one generic ADLS. Okay, where I have just given directory and file name as a parameter. Here I will watermark file test, and I will give the file name with the same only. If I run this one, it will fail. Why? Because you will get to know once it runs successfully. Okay, first of all, it is in this step, it will just fetching the watermark date from here, and next one, let's refresh it. Okay, okay, we got this thing. Okay, it will fail. So once anything got failed, we will get one prompt. Okay, okay, so it is saying maybe incorrect syntax error, modified date. Okay, maybe some syntax error is there. Let me see where is the syntax error. Latest modified date. Everything seems to be fine. The latest modified date here we have given. That is fine. Latest modified date. Okay. Okay. So what is the mistake we have done. Okay, here we got this as a array first row dot prop 0, so that also you need to consider here. Okay, so basically output dot first row dot prop 0. Okay, and for this one also we got like this first row dot latest modified date we need to pass. Okay, dot first row dot latest modified date. Okay, so like this we need to pass. Yes, okay, please be aware of this thing, as this is getting we are getting as a array, we need to consider like this way only. Okay, now what we need to do, we'll run this. Let me say I have given all this thing correctly, modified greater than less than. Okay, now I hope it will run. Let's see. Mm, okay, it got modified it dot source. Maybe but it got failed. Modified it. Select star from cell dot customers. Mhm. Let me see, guys, why it is failing. Following a incut consider modify source, text source, number. Why it is cutting failed. Modified date. Here we are getting last modified date as latest modified date from dot customers. Preview data. We are getting the data. Latest modified date. Hmm. Let me delete this one. Okay, let me recreate this one. Maybe sometime it happens. Okay, copy data. I'll connect this one. I'll select gen 3 dataset. Yes, xlt dot customer. Here I will use query. Select star from xlt dot customer, where this modified date, should be rather than. I will use string interpolation, then pet. Okay, I will compare this one to this get data from high watermark file. I'll just remove this one. Thread activity dot astro dot prop 0. That is failing. No, 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 no. Token. mm, mm. Modified date, and why it is coming like this? Preceding comma. Mm, not this one. Why it works? How it works? Why it is not working? Let me give some time, guys. Just give me some time. Okay, I'm just figuring out why it is not working. This is not required. It's not required at all. Action by date, string interpolation, interpolation. Along with that, we need to use correct. We're using this one. Don't know why it is not working. Select star from just need give me 1 second, guys. Okay, it is not working. Select star from customer where modified date greater than correct greater than yeah. Why it is happening? Okay, prop 0 we got here, then first row dot latest modified date. Okay, put dot show dot this one. Okay, so let's see, guys. I have just changed. Maybe I was using this at the rate inside this curly braces. Maybe because of that it was failing. Let's see, guys. Okay, I will just run it. Uh, generate ADLS high watermark. Then I will run. I will debug this one. Let's see, guys. I have given some fix. Let's see how it works. If it won't work, then we'll need to work some other thing. Let's see. I guess it will work now. Maybe if I'm not wrong, I was using the at the rate symbol. Yeah. So basically, I was doing some mistake here. Okay. So I was using this at the rate symbol inside this one. Okay. So don't make mistake like this. Okay. I also got confused for this one. So right now what I did, I have compared this modified date to our high watermark date. Okay, that modified date should be greater than the high watermark date, and this modified date should be less than to our database date, whatever the latest date we got from our database. Okay, that's what I did. Then I will go to our ADLS. I will check whether the file and directory got created or not. So I'll go to my container. I will search high watermark. I guess high watermark. Not this one. Let's see. Maybe I have given some wrong. Okay, maybe my spelling mistake. Okay, high watermark. For next time, I'm just changing this one. Okay, maybe it's already created, I guess. Yeah, see, inside this container, it already created a directory, and inside this directory is already created one file. Okay, so I will name this one copy data to ADLS with new record. Okay, now what is our next step? Our next step is to update our high watermark file. So for that, what we can do? So for that again, we need to use our another copy activity. Okay, so to update also, basically it will go and update our high watermark file. So updating high watermark file. Okay, so basically what I will do, I will select this one. So in the source, what we'll select? Uh, just a second, guys. I'm just finding out what you need to give our in the source location. Okay, the source. Basically, we connect this one. This thing it will select. Okay. So basically, we need to fetch the detail from our table, and the detail should be updated to our high watermark file. So whatever the latest date we'll get from our table, we'll just update that table to our this to our watermark file. Okay, customer. Here I will write one query. So here, what you need to use, same thing again. Select. Okay. Now inside this thing we need to use get latest date from database. Okay, latest date from database. Okay, output dot first row. Put dot first row. Okay, this one. Then we'll update the, which one will update? This file, whatever we have created in the beginning, that file will update here. Okay, if I preview the data, okay, no issues. This is a runtime issue. So, okay, once we run it, then we'll get it. Okay, now we'll run the complete pipeline. So, first of all, it is fetching the watermark file date. What is the latest file? That date is mentioned inside the watermark table. Then it will go to the next step. It will fetch the data from here. Then now it is copying to our ADLS with a new record. Now it is in this step. Okay, it will fetch the latest detail from the DB and it will update the, okay, it will update the high watermark file. So now what we'll do, we'll just go to the container and we'll go to high watermark, this one, latest date. What is latest date? 58, this one. Okay, this one we updated in the first one. Okay, maybe because of my issue. Okay, don't worry guys, basically I have used the same directory, okay, for the two dataset. Because of that it created two files. Okay, this directory I have used for one dataset in the beginning where I stored this file. Okay, and in the this copy activity also, maybe by mistake whatever I have given this one, right? So the same thing only happened. Because of that we have already directory, it just created another file with the same name. Okay, don't be get confused, you can rename it and you can keep some different directory and it will work perfectly fine. Okay, so previously in my high watermark file I have this one, but now as I can see, but now in my high watermark file I have this one, correct? So now we have the latest record, and if I can see this one, if I can view this one, okay, right now there is no record. It's just our normal records whatever we have. Okay, rows affected times rows read, okay, one only, so there is no latest record. Okay, so what we'll do, I will just update something here. Okay, in my database. Oh, sorry. Oh God. Okay. So what I will do, I will just update something. Update, please, update. So guys, please keep practice of using this caps lock. Okay. Sales lt dot customer set. Array, what is happening? Set modified date. Okay. This modified date 2022. This is like 04. Some date I'm just mentioning. Okay. Some date I'm just mentioning. We have to mention like this way, guys. Okay. This way. So I'm just giving some random date, okay? Don't be panic. So what I'm doing, okay? 60. Maybe what I will do, I will remove this completely. I'll put this one. Okay, where customer ID? Where is customer ID? Where customer ID greater than? I'm just less than 10. Okay, okay. The 7 rows got affected by this query. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll run this pipeline again. So now it is on the watermark activity. It is fetching the date from the watermark activity and what is the latest updated date. Okay, after that it will check for the it will okay, it's already completed the second activity. Now it is in the third activity. It will copy the latest record to our ADLS and then it will go to the last step. Okay, it got succeeded. Okay, now if you can see, it will go to our ADLS. I'll just close this one. I'll just refresh this one. See, the latest date is now 118. And if we can go to here, if I'll go to here, okay, I'll view, okay, 7 records. Maybe this one. Let's see, guys. Row rate. What is happened? Let's see. Maybe our what happened? Why it is taking so much time? Why? See, our latest updated is this one. Latest updated date is this one. Maybe okay. If I'll open this one, this data. Okay, okay. So these all are the details we got. Maybe it is didn't read properly. Okay, 7 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, maybe the query didn't work properly. Okay, but as you can see, our record got successfully updated. We got the date change from our 2009 to 2022, and if you can just use some update proper command, then you will get the proper result. Okay, thus how we have solved this incremental pipeline. Okay, so what we did, we first one took one uh, high watermark text file. We just updated the date with some random value, some old values. We updated to our ATLS, and then we have got this data using lookup activity. And then we got the latest modified date from our SQL table. Then we have used our copy activity with in the source. Just be remember this, we have used generic dataset which is basically sales_lt.customer, and here we have used select star from sales_lt.customer where modified date is greater than this high watermark date and modified date is less than the data, the latest data or latest date which we got from our SQL from the step 2. This is step 1, this is step 2. Okay, modified date greater than step 1, modified date less than step 2. Okay, that's what we did. And then once this is done, we are storing the latest detail to view in the future what record is got changed or this thing. So to for that reason we have stored in somewhere in the directory, and then we are updating our high watermark file. Okay, so what we did for that, again we have taken the generic SQL database. Here we have used customer. Okay, here we have used again same string interpolation what we have used in the previous copy activity. Here we have used the step 2. Okay, select everything we are selecting. Okay, select the all the records, all the date, okay, from our latest date from the step 2 what we got, and we'll update the in source. We have got this one. In the sync we are using the dataset we are what we have created in the first step. Okay, before this step what we have created to store the ADLS. Okay, to get the okay to store the file in the ADLS. Okay, then we are updating this one. Okay, that's it, I guess. I have covered incremental pipeline. We can refer this one using table also. Table also it is quite easy. We'll just need to create one new row column for that, for like how we did for watermark file, right? For that in the table I guess I have created, so I don't know. Maybe in the same table we need to create one more column, latest modified date, and similarly we have to compare this latest modified the empty column. Okay, suppose we have one table. Okay, this is already we have. Then this is this table we have. Now we have to create one more column. This is high watermark table. Then this column we need to compare this latest modified date, and the process again same. Okay, we need to compare these values to this one. This value should be greater than to this one, then this value should be less than to our latest modified date, and we'll copy this to our ADLS. And then again, once this step is over, we'll update this column, not the watermark file or dataset whatever we have stored in the previously. Not like that. We need to update. We need to run one more copy activity. We need to update this watermark file. Sorry, watermark column. Okay, this we need to update in the last step. Like this is the last step, fourth step. What we have done in here. Okay, so that's what, guys, for incremental pipeline. I know I have struggled a bit because this is all are new to me also. I have been practicing all this thing. Whatever I'm practicing, I am trying to tell all this thing to everyone so that it will be easy for everyone. Right now, this data engineer is in market, like there is a boom in this market, so you can learn and you can also try switching the company. Okay, so forgive me for that. And yeah, I hope you liked it. If you liked it, please share with your friends, and please do like, subscribe and share. Okay, that's it from me. Thank you. We'll meet in the next video.